Hello and welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2. Well, let's play the final part of the game. Okay, the end is loading. Yeah, we know the story. I mean, you didn't even change it. Like, seriously, what's up with that? Oh well.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it
What
mean?
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, the memo of a meeting today. Oh hey, the bucket.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket.
I know,
but
right?
Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night. Wait, didn't I make the joke already? Let's see. What did we
Stanley clutched
do
the bucket
before?
tightly to his chest and entered the door.
It's been a
of his
while. And all those extra re-recording didn't make things easier. Alright. I remember what I haven't done yet. Okay. Ooh, the Stanley bow. But I will have to save them for last.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Hey,
boss's
Stanley
office.
and the bucket. They are best friends. I already did that as well. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
2,
indication of
8,
any human life.
4, 5.
Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed
Yes.
the correct code by sheer
Now let's
luck.
play piano.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Ding,
Was the
ding.
bucket
Well, bing,
guiding
bing.
him?
Ooh-ee.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. Let's go. Doot. It's so freaking hot.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Let's get together and be all
Stanley
right.
and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Let's turn off the
The
light.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I wonder what's going on here.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Come on.
Everyone
There
in
we
the
go.
office was being
Whee!
videotaped, monitored,
Boink.
but just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the
Good
mind
job.
control
I
facility,
made
he
it to the
tripped
mind
and
control
fell over the railing and into the
facility.
dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his
Yeah, which is
fall.
weird, because in the
Now,
other fall you
what
can
to
still
do
die.
next? Stanley
Huh.
wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down
Yeah,
there.
why not? I may be stuck here
So
for a
they set
while.
up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh,
It
come on,
really wasn't
come on.
so
There
bad
we go.
down here. A bit cold, perhaps.
Comfy. Ooh,
After some
TV.
time had gone by,
I like
they
TV.
installed a few shelves as well. And a
it's
sort
the
of
freedom
kitchenette
ending.
that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
I like pancakes.
But it wasn't
Or
until
bear-
the rugs
bear
and the
meat.
standing lamps
Yes,
came in
especially
that it
bear
really
meat.
started to feel like a home. In
Yeah.
fact, after some time,
You
Stanley realized that it
made
had been
it to the
ages since he
bottom
had
of
even
the
thought of the
mind
mind control
control
facility at all.
facility.
He'd never gotten to fully explore what was out there.
I was still late
never been
singing
able
it.
to unearth the many mysteries
well.
of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of
I
their
don't have
home
any
slowly
regrets.
decayed
It's nice
as
here.
Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Yeah, I can relate with
Settled
this
the
part.
bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about,
I could just walk around here.
Was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket.
It also didn't make sense to me because I already saw it.
Possible. Yet Stanley was inconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending.
Maybe we can get something good on the TV.
It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Nothing happened. Ah, there we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, maybe. There we go. Yeah, I read somewhere on TV tropes that they put in new endings along the line. So I'm going to check it out just to be safe. Up.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent.
I know.
Stanley
it's my best bucket.
And then proceeded on.
It's the
Stanley
best
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
ever.
and entered
Best
the door and
bucket ever. Also, I decided to not be specific about the endings. I mean, maybe that is part of why
Coming to a staircase,
re-recording makes it
Stanley
boring
and the bucket walked
because
upstairs
you
to
want
the
to
boss's
get those
office.
specific endings you did in your last recordings, but there was no video recorded, and then next time there was no audio recorded, and you just want...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
You just want to entertain your
discover
fanbase,
not
you
an
know.
indication of any
Or
human
at least the
life.
little fanbase I have.
Crushed by the weight of Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the
So
bucket
I'm
knew
just
all
going
along?
to shake
Was
it up
the
a little bit.
bucket guiding him?
Because everybody
Yes,
gotta shake,
this
shake,
is
shake,
certainly the
shake,
most logical
shake. Shake it up,
explanation.
shake it up. Ooh. Also, like I said, I read on TV tropes that there were apparently 2 more endings added along the line that it came out as a patch. Don't know if it's true, but
Stanley and the bucket walked
that's
straight
what we're
ahead
going
through
to
the
find
large
out.
door that read Mind Control Facility. Although
Nope,
this
we're
passageway
going to
had
escape.
the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
oh yeah. Wait, why am I cheering that on?
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity
Nope.
to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
I'm not falling for your empty threats. Then again, he has been scary before, so... Wait, why am I acting like it's all new? Oh well. Guess I have something to say. Otherwise it would just be boring, huh? Anyway, this doesn't look good.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley
yeah.
reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to
That's
death?
a good point.
This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
Yeah, that was kind of
Farewell,
stupid.
Stanley.
Hello?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator. As
Who the
Stanley
hell
and
are
bucket
you?
were led helplessly into the enormous metal
Huh.
jaws. In a single visceral instant,
And that
the
question is
bucket's
still
life
legit,
came to an
because
end, as
they
it was
never
crushed
addressed who she
violently
is,
to
so
death.
yeah. Whoop. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. The Stanley Parable.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Oh yeah. It's the best bucket ever. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void, but through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated, I guess. Okay, it's been my third time trying it and I still can't pronounce it very good. Substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here? Let's try that again. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Probably the latter.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
I don't know. Didn't that thing try to kill me in the window ending? Oh well. Bucket. 25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. I don't know. I think it may be more than 25. Huh. Oh well. What do I know? Let's see, a bucket with 2 handles. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Although, to be honest, what's the point of having 2 handles? Just one is enough. Inferno Bucket, a replica of the Inferno Bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains no one can control a bucket. And as I said in my last trial of recording this specific part of the game, I would look up about when it was created and invented and stuff. And I found out that this piece of information is actually true. A bucket really did cause a war in the past. Huh. Oh well. But yeah, like I said, it was made in medieval times, so no way in hell cavemen had it. Anyway, cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. Yes, it was since medieval time. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Wow. Jumbo, akka, jumbo, akka,
No
jumbo,
man can own a
akka.
bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitability is for our own good. Okay, I wonder, does this go somewhere? Okay, take the bucket, it's mine. My precious. Good times.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do
Okay.
together, you and
What
I,
can we do?
that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the
Okay.
game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's
Yes.
buckets from their treatment
Stanley
as tools
kinda
and
sucked.
implements if only
Never
we let
obeying the
Stanley
narrator
die
and stuff.
together. The bucket shall take its place as
Wait.
ruler, as
Hi,
leader,
hi,
as
Stanley.
commander of a new
I mean, I'm
world, a
controlling
new
Stanley,
vision.
but... Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. But as I was saying, I die, Stanley. But then again, I did get separated from him once the narrator found out I'm
All
not
of his
Stanley,
co-workers
so...
were gone. What could it mean?
I guess I'm not Stanley.
decided to
I'm
go
just
to the
Peter.
meeting room. Perhaps he
Okay.
had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Bum, bum, ba, bum. Let's see. There's the second one. And a bucket.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. Let me think again. I got 2 endings here. And 2 endings here. One of them is without the bucket. You know what? I'm going this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was
The bucket
wrong.
was wrong!
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yay!
Oh, good Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you,
see,
Stanley.
your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
It's the chair.
We've come together here because we care about you
pencil
very
sharpener.
much. It's this
Don't know
bucket
from
you're
what.
carrying around everywhere.
It's my
The bucket
computer.
isn't even from the original
In my
Stanley
office.
Parable. It's just sequel content.
The mind
We're
control
the
facility.
ones that matter, Stanley. Classic
serious
characters from
table.
the first game, like the Adventure
The
Line
2
and the Broom
doors.
Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel.
My
They
mannequin
want more of
wife.
their favorite jokes.
The
not this
Adventure
bucket
Line.
that they've never seen before.
The
Yes, I
baby.
know I'm the one who gave you the
I never
bucket,
played
but you're
you.
spending too much
I just
time with it.
reacted to a video,
Don't you
but...
want another story
well.
involving the Adventure
Baby!
Line? We could make the
Oh, hey,
Adventure
it's the
Line go
firm.
somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans
I guess you
want.
really
Let's
did
do
become
it.
relevant later on. Huh. And the broom closet. Ooh, the broom closet. So many good times. Good times in the broom closet. La 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 la. No commentary? Okay. Do 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 do. Okay, let's follow the line. And 3, 2, 1.
Whee! Look at that wacky
Whee!
line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as
Ooh,
well.
there we go. I was waiting for that. Do 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 do. Bam ba dam ba dam bam. Bam ba dam ba dam ba dam. Bam ba dam. Hey, give me
Now,
my music back.
This is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Eh.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Yes.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Good times.
Yes. It's as classic now as it was back
Mm-hmm.
then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we
was
want
this
to do
from the
that,
baby
you're
ending?
going to have to give
I
something up.
think this was from the baby ending, huh? Oh well. Do 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 do. Okay. Ooh, a telephone. And a copy machine. Wait, that's not what you want to
Don't
show.
you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Why?
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
A
This
door.
is the Bucket
Oh,
Destroyer.
you're talking about the bucket destroy.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it
Wait a
also
minute, this
was
game
not
is
in
lore?
the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Okay, so what's the Bucket
Can you
Destroyer
guess
about?
what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out
Yes.
for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're
Okay. Goodbye, Bucket. Goodbye, Bucket.
ready. Now listen to me. It's
Goodbye,
crucial
Bucket.
that you give it the bucket.
Bucket
I don't know what
refuses.
the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its
It doesn't go
singular
anywhere.
personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
It only has one
Well, you see,
personality,
if you were
so
to really
yeah.
explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality
Yeah,
traits.
I mean,
What other
it
object
can't
in
even
this
destroy
game
this
can you even
bucket.
say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
Who the hell wants to buy the Bucket
Destroyer
Destroyer?
is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now.
Stanley
The
won't let
fans
me.
are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh. Oh well. Rest in peace, Bucket Destroyer.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation.
Yes.
You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you. Tell such spellbinding
peace,
stories about you. All
Bucket
of it
Destroyer.
squandered now. Goodbye,
New friend.
New friend.
I will make
For the moment
I
in
will make a
time that you were
montage
here,
of all the great times we
you
had.
were magnificent.
My memories of you will never be forgotten.
Je suis dans la memory zone, seul sur l'abri de l'eau, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour. C'est là, dans la memory zone, où je me remémore les jours où je t'ai rencontré, mon amour. Mais ici, c'est aussi où je me souviens de la sortie de Stanley Parable.
Well, looks like the song died with the Bucket Destroyer. That's pretty sad. Oh well. Okay, that was the Bucket Destroyer ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he...
Oh, right.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
I'm required to
Stanley
go
clung
to
the
the
bucket to his
boss's
cheek.
office for the next one, aren't
Could
I?
his co-workers really all be gone?
I think it is. Okay. Hello, happy 12th birthday, step-niece balloon. You do a good job behind the computer. Bye-bye.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
Yeah,
left.
pretty much have to for the computer, so... I really hope it does come with a new ending. One that I actually haven't seen before. That would be nice for a change. Then I can say,
Coming to a
I
staircase,
had the blind
Stanley
Let's
and the
Play
bucket walked
moments for
upstairs to the
once.
boss's office.
Then again, I usually check the games out before I Let's Play them. Because, you know, I don't want to get comments about how much I suck. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. And there we go. I was right. Do-do-do-do-do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
5.
Crushed by the whip, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket
Let's go
moved
along
along?
with that.
Was the bucket guiding him?
The bucket is my guiding
This is
spirit.
certainly the most logical explanation.
I'm not at a circus, but oh well. There we go, go.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control facility. Okay. Turn on the light.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Ooh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I'm also very curious.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the
437.
office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
What was that 432?
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
that's
would be
432.
fine.
It's really a pencil sharpener. Guess I never paid attention to it.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Who is the
Had
first,
the bucket been
actually?
told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
That's a good point.
These questions
It's a
rigged
freaking bucket.
furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Oh well.
No! He screamed into the bucket.
He couldn't
accept
accept
it. His own life in someone else's control.
Never!
Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire
Oh
world.
yeah.
At this point, he could trust no one except for
The
the
bucket is my own best friend. It's my only best friend.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Happy,
or
happy,
content.
joy, joy,
Walking,
happy, happy,
eating,
joy,
working,
joy.
all of
Happy,
it monitored
happy,
and
joy,
commanded
joy,
from this
happy,
very
happy,
place.
joy, joy.
And as the cold
Happy,
reality of his
happy,
past
joy,
began
joy,
to sink
happy,
in,
happy, joy,
Stanley
joy,
decided
happy,
that this
happy,
machinery
joy,
would
joy,
never
joy.
again exert its
Bam, bam,
terrible
bam, bam.
power over another.
Let's turn it on.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
I thought I did that.
Stanley gasped in horror.
Oh my gosh,
Had this been
Bucket!
the bucket's plan
You
all along?
betrayed
To
me!
take over the machine
How
and claim
could
the power
you?
for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley
hate
was prepared to
you.
throw the bucket away in disgust.
You
when
betrayed
suddenly
me
An image
for the
appeared
very
upon
last
enormous
time. Oh, hey, it's birdies.
Birds. Silly.
Silly birds.
Silly birds. The
Silly
control
bird
buttons
birds.
became
Silly bird
active
birds.
again.
Silly bird bird. Ooh, flamingos. Bam bam ba da dam bam 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 bam.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him.
I'm pretty
This
sure
wasn't
I
a
learned
mind control
flamingo
facility
dancing,
at all.
didn't I?
It was a facility for monitoring
Bum, bum,
and surveilling
ba-da-da.
silly birds all
Or was
over
it
the
salsa?
world.
No, I'm
The
pretty
mind
sure it was
controls
flamingo.
were only a facade to disguise its true intention.
Ooh, yellow bird.
Had the bucket known this all along?
Ooh, penguins.
Stanley marveled
They're
at
like
the metal
me.
genius in his
Small,
hands. The one
silly,
who had pointed him towards
funny,
this incredible
yet
discovery.
powerful.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest
They
of
are
their
the
lives
strongest
here in
birds
this place,
the man have
living
ever
through live
seen.
streams of the silliest birds
I wonder why they can
imaginable.
fly though.
Of all
well.
the possible paths his life could have taken, this
No
one
idea what that bird
was
is.
surely the best. And
Ah,
Stanley
those are cute
was
birds.
happy.
Those are cute birds. Ooh. Ooh, that was a goose. From the goose game. Honk honk. Okay.
Stanley
Now, where's
decided
the
to
last
go to the
one?
meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by
Oh,
himself,
you're the
and
pencil
constantly
sharpener.
needed support and guidance from others.
Okay.
So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
I really never
No
paid
matter how
attention to
hard
the
Stanley
pencil
looked,
sharpener.
he couldn't find a trace
Maybe
of
because
his
it was a pencil
co-workers.
sharpener. Oh well. Do. Which ending are we gonna do? Well, makes
Is
sense.
Stanley without the bucket really Stanley at all?
Nope.
No, surely not.
Stanley's bucket. Bucket is
Stanley
life.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I don't care.
But Stanley had felt
I
the
like
bucket
it.
calling to him, telling
I
him that
don't
the
care.
employee lounge was
I
simply
like
the
it.
place to be. And here it was.
Ooh.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting
Nope.
room? Yes, no, never mind. The bucket
The
was
bucket
wrong.
was wrong!
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I'm not.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
Go somewhere else.
else. The
Left,
cargo
yes,
lift,
go there.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift
All the way to the
to
top.
the top.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking.
It's obvious you, so...
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
That's
But
pretty
Stanley
much
chose
obvious.
not to think about this
I may be
He
dumb,
was
but
firmly
not that
convinced that the
dumb.
bucket had
That
spoken
dumb.
to him,
Oh,
and
hey,
he
a door.
unthinkingly did whatever
How
the
do I
bucket
get up
asked.
there? Huh.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again
Oh, I
obeyed
get it.
blindly.
Once that door opens, I can go that door and then go that way and... But sadly, the narrator won't ever let me do that, so yeah. Do 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 do. Nope.
Now pick up the...
Bye.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's
Yes.
orders? Stanley, I was joking.
Really?
Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things.
Uh-huh.
Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke?
Nope.
It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one
I
can
know,
watch
right?
to
That
follow-
would be so easy.
Yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take
Maybe
a
a
look.
talking telephone could work. Now that I think about it.
What is
Oh,
comedic
right.
timing?
Movie time.
What is
Comedic timing.
timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Okay.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
Yes.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
Good.
Let's dive deeper.
Okay.
If you've ever told a joke or made
Okay.
someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I never
These
did
are
that.
the optimal conditions for good comedic
But
timing.
maybe that's because
To
I'm not a
begin the
good
joke,
comedian.
start by stating and spelling your
I'm more
name.
of a reactive kind of
Next,
guy.
provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh.
Okay.
And then spell out your name a second time.
Peter.
With these steps
P-E-T-E-R.
complete, it's time to begin the humor.
Peter.
Speak the entire joke
P-E-E-T-E-R.
in no more than 18 seconds.
I don't really
and no
get what's
less than
going on here.
13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary.
Okay.
When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by
Okay.
declaring in your loudest possible voice,
I'm Dunny
I'm
with
Dunny
the funny.
with the funny.
Okay.
let's practice screaming, I'm Denny with the funny now.
Okay, got it. I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good.
Yay.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
Cool.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys.
Okay.
Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An
Okay.
effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times.
But
Just to
how do
ensure
I
the
send all these
survey taker
surveys
is actually
to
paying attention and not
the
simply
YouTube
filling in answers
watchers?
at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter
Oh, well.
and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some
Okay,
point.
you can stop laughing now.
Gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our
Yes.
very existence.
We should kill them
Very
all
likely die in a
and save
hailstorm
the
of bullets
world
and mandibles.
for our
All of us must
country,
be prepared to give
our
our lives to this
nation.
noble cause, just as our children must do after
Yes.
us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
For Andorra. Wait, may Earth may supreme?
Hey, goodness.
Oh,
this
yes,
video
because we're
is a
finding
little
aliens.
outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then.
Yes.
So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the 2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay, let's go. Do 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 do. Okay. But how do we come up with something that people will find
this
funny?
time, I'm really going to nail the delivery.
Especially
You'll
when
be in
everyone's sense of
stitches.
humor
A
is so
talking
different.
bucket, you'll say. How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
Maybe you should
The
have
king
given
of
it an
comedy.
animated
That's
mouth.
what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'll
Or even
be right
better,
now.
googly eyes.
Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket
The bucket
spoke.
spoke.
The bucket
The bucket
spoke.
spoke.
The bucket spoke.
Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly.
The bucket
No need to
spoke
overthink
to
things.
Stanley. The bucket spoke to Stanley. You know, now you make me wonder. Maybe I could improve my comedy. Oh well. At least I know I have to tell people now that I'm Dunny with the funny. Okay.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay. At least it's always funny.
What? We're back at the phone already?
Yep.
No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately
Well, it
after
can
the
happen.
2 doors room. What an egregious mistake.
Kind of like how I made the
fool of
mistake
myself.
of
I
recording
don't
badly
deserve the
this
title of
part
King of Comedy. I'm
for 2
nothing.
times before.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling word.
Oh well.
I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video
Okay,
again.
if you can get something useful
Sure,
out of it.
That will help me improve my... Here we
Oh,
go.
I'm
You
back
ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
But you just...
Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very
But
clearly.
you just told me
There's
that I
no
had to
way
go
can make
to
the
the-
comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault.
What the hell do
Stanley.
you want?
I'm going
I
to be
went to the
ridiculed in community
telephone.
of other joke writers. I'm going to be
And then
shamed
it was
in
all
every
about,
one of our
oh
meetings
no,
from
I
now
ruined the
on. All
joke.
because you couldn't watch a
Blah,
simple
blah,
video
blah,
and
blah,
take a hint.
blah.
Are you proud of yourself for bringing
Seriously.
me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Maybe you should go to therapy. Oh.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are.
Yeah, your dad jokes are kinda
It's a
sucky.
delivery. Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No.
Oh, what's next?
No, we're getting away from making
This bucket is so heavy, it must be metal.
I'm
No,
no
wait.
good at these
This bucket is so heavy, it must be made of metal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bow. I don't play guitar. Sorry, Leroy. Yeah, I'm probably not that much better than a narrator. Oh well. Ooh, awaiting inputs. But there's one thing I need.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers.
Okay,
Stanley
that's
thought.
not gonna work.
How amusing, they'll
So
find
I
it.
have to go and
won't
find-
we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought
Well,
everyone had gone
time
missing.
for the last ending. Or at least, the one that was supposed to be the last ending. Before,
Stanley came to a set
you
of
know,
2
I
open
found out there were
doors.
2 more.
He entered the door on his left.
But those last 2 require me to go back to my office with the bucket, so... Yeah. I predicted a lot of reloading. So yeah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, right. I remember what I was going to do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator
Oh, right.
talk.
I have no bucket. I
That
forgot.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Oh, well.
So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, yeah. Now that's relaxing. I just wish it wasn't hot in my room.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward.
Oh well, that's
into the
something for you.
opened passageway.
Oh well. Bum ba da bum 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 ba da da. Yes, I did that in the last part. Okay. Do 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 do.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control
Although this passageway had the
facility.
word escape written
It
on
used to
the truth
be
was
a
that
block,
at the end of
but
this
now
door,
it's an
Stanley would
ending.
meet
Yes,
his
now
final
it's an
death.
ending. And chase your dreams. The railings
The door
don't
behind him was
mean
not shut.
anything.
Stanley
Oh,
still
good
had
job, I
every
did
opportunity
it.
to
Good
turn around
job,
and
I
get
did
back
it.
on track.
Good job, I did it. Good job,
At
I
this
did
point,
it.
Stanley
Good
was making
job,
a
I did
conscious,
it.
concerted
Good
effort to
job, I
walk
did it.
forward
Good
and
job,
willingly
I did it.
confront his
Good
death.
job, I did it. Oh, right. I forgot about the part where I was going to die. Because of the museum. Yup. Whee! You know?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched
You know, they
closer
always
and
used to
closer
say
his
that
demise,
if you
it
can
reflected
see
that his
those
life had been
crashes,
of no
then the crashes
consequence
won't be there.
whatsoever.
So,
Stanley
yeah,
can't
I'm
see
going
the
to back a
bigger
little bit.
picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
So, what is the true
Perhaps his
story?
death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
That still
So he
hurts.
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Hey,
Farewell, Stanley.
well, screw you, narrator. Oh, right. If I can see them, then it works. Oh, wait.
Farewell,
They
Stanley,
just stopped.
cried the narrator, as
Eh,
Stanley was
perfectly.
led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In
Come
a
on,
single
come on, come on,
visceral
come on, come on.
instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
I still don't know who
instantly.
you are, though. Oh, well. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as
Yep,
ever.
that's the beauty of this
What
game.
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Relief for his frustration?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless.
Stanley's computer.
making life the same.
This
Do you see
blueprint
now?
shows the office
Do you
from
see
the
that
beginning
Stanley
of the game.
was already dead from
The
the
path
moment
from
he
Stanley's
hit
office to
start?
the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Okay. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Okay. Office computers! Turn off, turn off, turn off. Can I turn them back on? Nope. Well, that sucks. Do. The office. Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. Buttons. Oh. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Synthesized stones. Ooh! I didn't know Jesus was a programmer. Thank you, Jesus, for you died for our sin and made this wonderful game. Doo-doo-doo. Joe Feingold is a QA coordinator. Filomena Franke, Alicia Contestable, Alicia Contestable, 22nd Century Toys, LLC. Okay. Davey Reeden and Willem Pug. Developed by Kraus, Dominic Johan, Tom Schley, Jan Strootman, So, I guess that one is either Dutch, German, or Swedish. Ooh, Kevin Brightning as the narrator. Yeah, he does a good job at it. Blake Robinson. Oh, Christian Becker. Christian Becker. Guess it's another one of those Dutch, German, Swedish kind of folk. Oh well. Ooh, Kevin McLeod. Gijs van Koten? Guess it's another one of those. Okay. Gus van der Pol? Okay, now it's no longer a coincidence. And I've noticed a lot more of those names this time around. Maybe because I spend more time reading. Oh well. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Wow. Ooh. Pictures. Hey, those are from the trailers. I remember this one at least. It was about the Ultra Deluxe version. And how Daddy needed a new swimming pool or something. The lounge, an early version. The office. The cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. The cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Okay. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. The escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Okay. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. From the looks of it, it's probably the baby game, huh? Then again, the baby game room was mainly done in that orange kind of room, so maybe it was the video game ending? Oh well. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Kinda sucks they don't do it now. Oh well. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Okay. There's no audio. So, kinda boring. Do 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 do. Okay, I think I've seen everything. See everything. Do 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 do. Oh, what's this? The Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the Freedom ending in the game's alpha. Okay. The boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss office. Okay. Looks lame. Still looks lame. Perfect. It's the Underground, an early version of the underground portion of the game. Ooh, narration outtakes.
Stanley walked over the
Kevin
bridge.
Brading, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are
Stanley stood
clips
on the
from
snow.
early takes that were not used in the final game. Okay.
Nothing there. Shoot. Well, try the other one then.
Okay, I will try the other one.
Oh, for crying... Is this that other building?
Yep. Yeah, number
Stanley
8.
walked over the bridge.
I'm walking over the bridge. Got any...
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be. Stanley walked over the bridge.
Okay, got nothing.
Stanley pushed the orange lever. Stanley pushed the big red button. Still nothing. I don't know. Well, in that case, I'll tell you what. You win. Congratulations. You did it.
Wait, isn't that...
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so...
This is from the
good job.
Confusion ending.
What do we do
So why
now?
is it an outtake?
I don't... Stanley, where are you right now? Stanley walked. Where am I?
Yes. I can see why there are outtakes. Why they were outtakes. But I remember hearing one of them in the Confusion ending, so... Oh well, maybe there was some slight difference. Oh well, we're done here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Bye.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I already knew that since the video game ending.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both
Okay.
fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Right. Begin the game again. Well, I'm glad they didn't hear that. Okay, but now I have a problem.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
Oh?
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Who's following me? Who is following me? Billie Jean is not my love. I already did every ending, didn't I? Yes, because I was literally talking about it. I did everything already, so... I guess I have to keep repeating until I get to the new endings. Okay, let's do it again. Begin the game again. Begin the game again. Begin the game again. Begin the game again. Seriously, this better be worth it. Begin the game again. Begin the game again. Begin the game again. Seriously, what am I supposed to do? How do I change this room here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a...
Begin the game again. Begin the game again. I get a feeling this is gonna take a while. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Where is the bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, this is nice, but why
As
can't
Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
A little too late. But oh well. Bucky. It's changed again, but I don't want it to... This is the same one, isn't it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yes, it is the exact
Perhaps
same
he had
one.
Simply missed a memo.
Did the music change?
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
Begin the game again. Begin the game again. Begin the game again. This better be true. Oh, I have a lot of editing to do. Or maybe not. Maybe people like my
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Apparently it's
Perhaps he
very
had simply
easy
missed
to
a
get
memo.
the dog mode.
Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And indeed it was.
Okay, hold up. Let me search it up. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. How to get the bucket in Stanley's office. How do we get the bucket? How to unlock? The player must first complete the... Okay, the player must first complete the sequel ending. Okay, apparently I have to do something else first. Huh, turn out I did waste my time. Very happy to know. Okay, so let's do the
All of his co-workers were gone.
Amiibo collections.
What could it mean?
Oh, I'm so
Stanley
going to
decided
edit
go
it
to the
out.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Yes,
a memo.
I don't need a bucket for that. Thank you. I'm so going to edit it out. When you hear this, I'm cutting out a lot of time that I've wasted. Also good to know that design has changed.
When Stanley came
It's
to
also
a set
kinda
of two
sad that
open
this
doors,
is like-
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
Almost the
perfectly
last
well.
thing I'm going
Perhaps
to do,
he wanted to
so
stop by the employee
I can
lounge first,
mess
just
around
to
with the
admire
whole
it.
doggy sound effect.
The lounge
well.
was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, I remember where I was supposed to go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Blah
ago.
blah 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 blah.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your
Yes, you
enemy,
are.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yes, and all the misery
There's
you
someone
put me
you've been
through.
neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
Yes.
others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad
Yes.
to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this,
Oh, no
but I
buckets.
really do want to
Okay.
help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Yay,
Let me
Stamibo.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
No, it's a Stamibo.
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all.
Thank you.
But that would be like a reward, and we can't
Why
have
not?
that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done
Good.
here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Begin the game again. Oh. I really hope I don't have to do all that stuff again. Wait. That doesn't look correct. Can I do the window ending? Oh, he even blocked that out. Okay, guess I have to see what he wants from me.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
Okay.
It's those figurines. Those
Stamibo.
figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Yes, it did.
Yes,
Also,
I
is that
know
the
you're
memory
supposed to be
zone?
telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the
Oh
memory
yeah,
zone?
it is the memory zone.
I would
Okay.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one
Does it
more
come with the
time.
music again? Sweet aloud. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Okay. Sweet aloud. Memory zone. Some French. Cause like I said, I don't really speak French. More French stuff. Oh my gosh, more and more French stuff. The Stanley Parable. Also, the door won't open. Okay. The original remake. Has this changed? Or is it just me? Our First Kiss, My First Car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. Yes, it was beautiful. Zone, sweet zone. The greatest wealth is memory. Yeah, I think I've already seen that stuff before.
Here's where it all began.
Yep.
The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
I know. The good old days. Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days.
And here
Can I fly?
was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that,
Yeah, I
Stanley.
know. Cool,
I'll be
eh?
honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any
Well,
of them.
thank you.
Let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all
Also,
sorts
am
of
I supposed to wait till
mundane,
we're done?
unremarkable ways.
Yep. Okay. Where was the next one? I
Okay, let's do a
think it
little
was under the
quiz.
stairs.
Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was under the stairs. With the whole Stanley dying and the Marabella ending.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs.
Yay,
was
I got
the
it
third
correct.
one. You picked it up, and then after
Yes, sir.
that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing
Exactly. I'm pretty sure I won't forget this third recording. Although it's the second time here being in the memory zone, so that helps a lot. Or maybe
Let's
not,
see.
since it's
What
not the
came
first
next?
time, but...
Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in
Neither
this
do
room,
I.
but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I really doubt that. Oh, it's an apple. Also, what's this sound here? It doesn't sound really good. Something sounds whispery. Or maybe they're bats or rats? Huh. Huh. Weird. Anyway, this never happened, so... What's this all about, anyway? Oh, well.
This was the 5th mini-Stan, and this one was really something special.
Oh, yeah!
It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh,
Enjoy.
okay. How you found it? By the narrator. Wait, is this a 2007 Windows Movie Maker video? What's that over there? It's mini stand number 5. Oh yeah! I did it! Oh my god, this video quality is so bad. Good. You found it behind the boss's office. Thanks for watching. Oh my god, that really is 2007, huh? Credits directed by the narrator. Starring Stanley, and everything was done by the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't
Yep.
it? I spent a lot of time making that
I
video,
doubt that.
but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Yeah. You know what? You should try spending 7 hours rendering a video. Well, more exporting a video, but still. Now that is taking your time for a video.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all
Yes,
the others.
it also happened before I pointlessly resetted the game for absolutely nothing, because in order to get what I wanted, I needed to complete the game in the first place.
It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
It doesn't really matter anyway. It doesn't really matter. You are in the present. Hey, it's the fern from the Confusion ending.
There was no more. Because
I knew
we
it would
caught
become
up to
relevant
the
later.
present moment. Nothing left
Wait,
to do
it was
but
also
move
there
onward
in
into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
In the Bucket Destroying ending. But still nice to see it again.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines?
What?
Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
Why?
See how that feels.
You are in the present, the past. What's the point of doing this all over again? Oh well.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors.
Yes.
I remember this.
Yes, I
must say, of all the
Amiibo.
figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Okay, we're still going. Oh, there's the Amiibo 5.
And here's where I made that video.
Yes.
Don't you remember the video?
Yes, I remember it. Thank you.
Yes, I love that video.
Meh. I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. Do you remember the time where you could rate 1 to 5 stars on YouTube videos? Damn, I'm old. Oh well.
Still don't remember the pink room,
Nope.
Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
And what's that whispering... That's whispering animal kind of sound? Is it a bat or a rat? Just something in this apple statue? I think it's an apple. Might as well be a penis. But something about it just doesn't feel right. Maybe I spent too much in darkness. Anyway, let's go.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
True.
I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
So, are we going to do this again right after we're done with this one? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, this doesn't bring me anywhere. Do 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 do. Okay, we're back here again.
This is our second Figley. Don't you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yes, I remember it too.
It was the 21st night of September.
Is truly a wonderful thing.
Okay, no, it wasn't.
Why does anyone ever choose to leave
It was like what?
Keep going.
3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks. Anyway, do 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 do. Oh, hey.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurine.
Yay!
Oh, I want more.
And it was only 4 weeks ago.
I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Tell me, what came before this? Collect them all. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Okay. Can you find them? It's the presentation for the Stanley Parable 2. It was awesome. Oh, hey, the pointless...
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then.
Same. I still hate it.
Time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it.
No, it still sucks.
Oh, yes. The two doors.
Yay!
Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
I think no one can ever forget this. Wait. I don't remember the new content being behind the two doors, but oh well. This is Stanley's office.
And before everything else, there was your
Yep.
office.
My office. You know, with
Is there
that
anything else?
intro
Was there
story.
something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Can you remember?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness.
That sounds a lot different than
somewhere
what you
along
are
the
now.
way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way
That's
to go.
kind of sad.
I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I
Maybe.
lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship.
Maybe I've been
And
harsh.
Stanley really did
Maybe
make
I
a
have been too
wonderful
harsh for you.
companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again.
Yeah, I know
I
that
want to
get
go
feeling.
back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it.
I hope so.
I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him.
You know
for
what?
good.
That sounds
I
good.
enjoy telling this story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
You know what? Because I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. Oh, I can do that again. But I still have to.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did
You
it
know
look
what?
like? There was a computer,
Let's
perhaps,
do
and a
it.
painting. Was it a painting or a photo?
Let's do it one
He
more
could no
time
longer
before I
recall.
try to find out what to do next. And then I will decide on which
When
other game I
Stanley
will
came
play.
to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his
I mean, I still need to do the epilogue after this, and
there was
those
not a
two
single
endings
person
that
here
I
either.
read have been
Feeling a
patched
wave
in.
of disbelief,
I've never seen them before,
Stanley
so
decided to go up
I
to his
wonder what
boss's
they're like.
office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
And
to his
then I'm done
boss's
with the
office.
Stanley Parable, and I just have to see what to do next. It's kind of weird.
Okay, I think we all know
Considering
the drill by
I've
now.
been
Blah,
playing
blah, blah.
like...
Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley
Oh.
pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Well, thank you for being a
Cool
fast supporter.
surprise.
Anyway. Yeah, I guess I just have to find out what other game to play. It's hard to realize that it's been like a whole year I've spent on this game. Okay, I was gone for like 9 months, so kind of ironic and poetic that I returned with the
Stanley
baby
walked straight
ending,
ahead through the large door that read,
even though
"Mind
it was a video
control
reaction.
facility."
So yeah, that was kind of funny. Yeah. But still.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
And I have
screens.
released this video
What horrible
on
secret did
September
this place
18th.
hold?
It's
Stanley
been a
thought to
whole
himself.
year
Did he have the
of
strength
Stanley
to find
Parable
out?
gone. Well, not gone because it happened, but just over. I hope the next games I'm going to play will be just as fun.
Now the monitors jump to life. Their true
Especially
nature
since I
revealed.
don't have
Each bore
anyone
the
to
number
respond
of
to
an
anymore.
employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Yeah.
The lives of so many individuals.
I'm going to miss
reduced
this game.
images on a screen.
Not gonna lie.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh well, maybe I will find a game like this one.
This mind control facility.
And again, I think I
it was
already
too
recorded
horrible
one.
to believe. It couldn't be
It was
true.
about...
Had Stanley really been under someone's control?
It was
all
about
this
being a
time?
thief and dealing
Was this
with
the
a
only
tiger
reason
or
he was happy
something?
with his boring job?
Eh.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept.
It might be an old
blindly?
video, but I think I'm gonna upload that video after this one.
No. He
It kinda felt
refused
like
to
the Stanley
believe it.
Parable
He
demo
couldn't
all
accept
over
it.
again,
His
so...
own life in someone else's control.
Wait,
Never.
pirate?
It was
Employee pirate?
unthinkable. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
First
Was
time
it
I've
even
seen that.
possible? Had he truly spent
Huh.
his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh well.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
So,
Walking,
yeah.
Eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this.
I
very
hope
place.
that
As
from
the cold
here,
reality of his past
I will have a good
began to
YouTube
sink in,
career.
Stanley decided
not-
that this machine.
Then I guess that also will be fine. After all, in the end, it's all about enjoyment. And if I'm happy, then I'm sure you will be happy too.
Blackness and a rising
of
chill of
uncertainty.
uncertainty. Was
Was
it
it
over?
over? Yes!
Yes.
He had won!
He had won. He had
Defeated the
defeated
machine,
the machine.
unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was the mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, suddenly
Stanley
reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where has his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did the strange building hold? As the sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal was not to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that's all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Well, goodbye, Stanley Parable. I will miss you. I will miss you.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
I can't believe this is truly the last part.
The way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Just if Stanley was happy. Just a few more things to go, and it's over. Kinda weird to think about it. I had a good run. Quit the menu, so I probably have to do the computer thing again. The epilogue. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Okay, so I guess this is different from the skip button ending. Or is it many, many years later because of the skip button ending? I still don't really get it. But considering the fact that I'm here because of this amiibos and setting person, I guess it's just me coming back to this game after not playing for so long. I mean, it is possible. Ooh, fire, fire, fire! Oh, nice moon. Beautiful stars. You know, life can be truly beautiful when you think about it. Yeah, I hope I will see my friends one day again. Ooh. The computer chairs are stuck here. Don't know how they came here, but oh well. So, is this gonna take long? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful and all that. But, I'm starting to feel kinda lost now. And I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Oh, there we go. It's the entrance to the memory zone. Oh, what's that? Wait, is that the music of the Stanley Parable too? Huh. I think it is. Well, little bucket. Let's do this one more time together. Just you and I. Stanley and the bucket, they're our best friends. Stanley and the bucket, the friendship never ends. Stanley and the bucket, here in the memory zone for the very last time. Oh my god, I'm going to sound like the narrator. Just stuck with the memories, I guess. In loving memory, the Stanley Parable 2. Oh, it washed out. But it's still the Stanley Parable 2. Wait, no pictures this time around? Nothing? Huh. Oh well. Oh wait, this is where I went to the Stanley figurine. Okay. Weird that we never got to see this part before. Doesn't really help with comparing it with how it used to be, but oh well. Let's see, Cookies 9 block. Review, The Stanley Parable 2. Posted on April 27 by Cookie9. Oh great, this guy again. Or chick, I don't know. Anyway, like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable. Liar. Which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1? Like the adventure line. Instead, we get an uninspired side quest, collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... you can't even read the whole ending. The whole block. Let's see. Cat dog is born. Scientists confirmed hybrid species. Reminds me of the horrible Nickelodeon show. I'm sure there are people who liked it, but I never did. I'm sorry. Cat dog, cat dog. I never really liked the show called Cat Dog. Oh, great. They're the Jim Buttons. Another TV show I didn't like. Oh well. I can always pretend to be Earthworm Jim. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creator made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But the disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reached the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Lowest appreciated review scores in video games history. Second. Get on the green. No thanks. I'm kinda sad you can't read the whole thing. But oh well. Let's play with those buttons, I guess. Earthworm. La 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 la. Earthworm. La 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 la. Earthworm. La 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 la. Earthworm. La 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 la. Earthworm. 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 Yeah.
Jim.
Earthworm.
Stanley.
Wait, what? Stanley?
Stanley.
I'm Stanley.
Stanley. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley.
Okay, now I'm starting to get a little bit sad. I'm gonna miss this game. I really do. Oh, hi, Stanmeebos. Well, I got 26 out of 6 now. Huh. Only in this game that could happen. Oh well, wee. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Weird. I never thought I would get sad about being done with a video game. Maybe it's because I spent the whole year on it. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Yeah, I know. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. I don't know. I've seen sequels that completely ruin the franchise, so... Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable free. It's simple. All we have to do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and godly. Gowdy? Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for a game. Stanley Parable 3. It's either me or the passion of the... Well, I guess I give it an appropriate name, me. Stanley Parable 3. Passion of the sequel. Confirm. The Stanley Parable 3. Passion of the sequel. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Better than nothing, I suppose. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright there, the achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Why do we still need to know the time? Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Okay, I'm back for the last bonus things. I really needed some water to drink. Okay. Yes, we know that story. Oh, I don't have to find all the computer things again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
The door closed
What could it
still,
mean?
though.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed him. Finally, yes, the bucket.
Yay!
Yes,
Hey, the new content door is back.
that bucket.
The Stanley Parable 2 Expo Hall. Yeah, I'm not going to do the whole thing all over again. I'm just going to get that achievement, baby. And I want to see what happens in the bucket hole. That's gonna be funny.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned
Really?
out
It's
to
been
be.
awesome to me.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and
content
any new
for that.
content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover. With
Now
a
that I think
fully-fledged
about
sequel.
it,
An
now that I
entirely
think
new
about it,
experience,
the
built
Stanley
from the
Parable
ground
2
up.
never had
Why,
a
there's so many
funny
possibilities. It
subtitle
could go
name,
in so
didn't
many
it?
different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down
Don't
what
worry,
exactly
I
the
know what
Stanley
it will be.
Parable 2 is going to be.
And the
But
people
let's
who watch
take a
this
look at some of
video
the features I've
and
been
are
developing
hopefully
for it.
still watching
I figure
also
that if
know
I
what
can
it will be
loosely
about,
organize a
so
handful of
not really a
interesting
problem.
concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally
There we go, the
spring up
reassurance
around
bucket.
them. Here we are.
Now,
Go
let's see
on,
what happens.
Try out some of the new features.
Do-do-do-do-do. The Stanley Parable 2 reassurance bucket. Here it comes.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With
Give
2
me another
buckets,
one.
there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh, that wasn't good.
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was
Yeah,
too much.
I see.
I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive
Yeah,
me.
sure. I'm almost done with this series anyway. Okay, so I've seen what happened. Oh, right, the achievement. That was why I was here. The Stanley Parable. Can I still get the Stanmeebo? Can you find them? Can you find them? Out of order. You've been here already. Out of order, you've been here. Huh. I guess that part is also dead. Although I do wonder why I can't go back in. I mean,
Now,
I already
here's
have
something
26
special.
out of
You remember
6.
that broken test achievement that got left in the game
Yep.
on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll
Okay.
come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple
Okay.
as that.
There we go. Just achievement.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the
Yep,
achievement?
cool, eh?
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable
Yep.
2. Breathe.
Or more specifically, the
breathe.
Stanley Parable 3.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen
I've
yet?
seen everything already. I was just here for the reassurance bucket and what would happen then.
Calling it the Stanley
With
Parable
2
2
buckets
is just so
and
much
the
catchier
achievement.
than
So
Ultra
I'm done
Deluxe,
here.
don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley... All right. Have you seen everything you wanted
Yep.
to? Ready to move
Yes.
on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
We have already seen this. So, hop. Okay. Now the whole point that I was fighting about.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
How do I get the bucket
Stanley
in my
decided
office?
to go to the meeting room. One man, one
Okay.
bucket. One chance to seize their destiny together.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. The whole reloading show is going to begin again. Just great. Just great. It better works this time around, though. For you see, I don't have eternity. Oh, there we go. Maybe this is the part that we're talking about. No!
It's bucket time.
Why can't I take it to my office? Seriously, what am I doing wrong? How to get the bucket at Stanley's office. Yes, I'm watching a video. Bite me. Normally, you cannot get the bucket into Stanley's office. Occasionally, however, this phone will ring, and answering it gives you one of the free Easter egg skulls. Due to a slight oversight, the office door will not close when this is... Oh! I have to get a phone recall. Okay. Good to know. Well, time to go fishing for phone recalls. Speak of the devil. Awesome.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to do.
It's bucket time.
We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar.
And I'm in.
And coffee beans, whichever ones you like.
So, which one will I do first?
I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Annie. Thanks for getting me one of the new endings. Input received. And... they were right! It's completely different now! Holy crap! I've seen a whole new ending! Bucket. Not gonna lie though, it's kinda creepy. Where are all the buttons? Huh. Bucket. 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 Well, I guess I can say this episode includes 2 new endings. That will get people to watch for sure. Bucket. Kinda creepy ending though. Are those buckets flying in space? I think those buckets are flying in space. Bucket. Okay, if this is new, then I guess the other one is also new, so let's try to do it again. Phone call.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand.
It helps a lot that I know where to focus on now. Phone call.
All of his
phone
co-workers
call.
were gone. What could it
You
mean?
used to call me on my cell phone. Anytime we need
All
to
of his
talk,
co-workers were
call
gone.
me on my
What
cell
could it mean?
phone.
Stanley decided to go to the
Do do
meeting.
do 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 do. I forgot how the rest of the
All of
song
his co-workers
goes.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Hey,
room.
doggy.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket
It's
time.
bucket time. Oh. Apparently there's no phone call in that version. Okay, phone
All
call.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Phone
All of his
call.
co-workers were gone. What
No
could
phone call. Just call me on my phone call anytime we need to
I can't
talk.
wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley
I
thought.
know, right? It's silly. Now give me a phone call.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley knew the
Oh,
office
yeah.
layout like the back of his hand. Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Probably. Now give me a phone call.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a...
Maybe I should have...
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his
Actually, I
hand.
do.
It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Yes, humorous.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
But you just told me it was a silly story, so yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
How long is this going to take?
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps... All of his co-workers were gone. What... Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the... All of his co-workers were gone.
The end is
What
never
could it
the
mean?
end, there's never the
Stanley
end, there's never
decided to
the
go to
end.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
That feels actually true. Where's my second phone call?
I can't wait to tell this story to my
Give me my second phone call. Ooh, paper.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now...
Yeah, you don't trick me again.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
Yeah, you just told me that.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I...
Wow, he keeps repeating himself.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
That's a good question.
All of his co-workers were gone. What... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. All of his co-workers were gone. What...
The things I won't do for a new ending.
All of his co-workers were
But hey,
gone.
the whole bucket thing
What
was
could it
new,
mean?
so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great,
Agreed.
he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Yes, phone call. Phone call. It's funny how those things always happens when you want to give up.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to...
It's bucket time.
We need milk.
Oh, it's also the same
soap,
phone call.
Spaghetti,
Oh well.
anything of sugar,
Bye-bye.
some bread, and coffee.
New ending. Here we go.
As soon as Stanley noticed that the door to his office was still open, he rushed in with his bucket and shut the door. The pressure of going out and finding another bucket variant on one of the Stanley Parable's classic endings was simply too much for
Yep.
him. It's nothing but swapped-out dialogue describing a bucket, he screamed to himself.
That is true.
It's not nearly different enough to be considered a true
That's
sequel.
also true.
No. He would stay right here in his office where things were safe, familiar. If others were happy with the bucket endings, well, good for them. But Stanley knew that one day, somehow, a true sequel would emerge with actual new
Yes.
content.
I
If
hope so.
only he had waited long enough. Just a little longer, Stanley. Keep waiting. You'll get it one day, surely. Eventually. Just keep waiting. Just a little longer now.
Bad timing. Okay, so this is truly the end of the finally... Again. So this is the final part of the Stanley Parable. Well, goodbye game. I had a good time. I'm going to miss you. So, bye-bye.